Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be something different for the channel. For starters, we're focusing on a novel by the famous Albert Camus, and specifically, it's going to be The Stranger. So, The Stranger is a really unique novel. It starts with the main character, Marisol, getting the news that his mother passed away, and we get overall not the reaction you would expect. Actually, he's not, Marisol doesn't seem really too affected, which other characters actually notice and they find kind of weird, or they just think that this is just his way of coping with his pain. And really, I think that it's something quite unique, actually. I believe this novel is just trying to display the philosophy of the absurdity, and the whole entire story up to after his mother dies. Marisol just continues doing what he does. We get some little interactions with this woman we could supposed to be his girlfriend or lover. He has interactions with a couple of his neighbors, like for example, Raymond, I believe. And this Raymond is actually one of the ones that get Marisol in a bit of conflict, actually, because turns out that the main character here of the stranger kind of does not tell the truth when later on this guy Raymond is accused of actually hitting his lover, and Marisol covers for him, and pretty much this instigates a whole this whole group of Arabs coming after Raymond. And of course not just Raymond, because he was not alone at the time. He was with Marisol and a couple of others, and this eventually led to a confrontation where just like a couple punches thrown. And after that, our main character Marisol comes back, and this is where the absurdity begins. Like, you can imagine, just like Marisol had taken Raymond's gun prior. I forgot to mention that, because after they got into a scuffle, Marisol just decides to just go back and there he's spotted by one of the Arabs, and the Arab is, of course, he's armed, but he does not know he has a gun until we get like this little brief description of where Marisol, like, he's just like standing there, and like the Arab circling him until like the reason Marisol shoots him is the absurd part. Like, we don't get nothing like any sense of fear or like of the impending danger that surrounds him. And apparently, Marisol right there, he felt like it's probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever written. Like, he just describes like how bothersome the heat was, because this takes place in the Algerian beach, and this is where Marisol just gets himself into a senseless murder, really, because he did not really have to kill the man, um, and he kills him even though he could have just shot him a couple times. And then he continues to shoot him until he runs out of ammunition, which was something that was very odd. And of course, Marisol's found guilty because once again he unloaded literally the whole round on this guy, even though he was already dead. And Marisol does not help his case, and when he gets an attorney where they try negotiating like how he should plead and all, and Marisol is just like pretty straightforward with what he did, and it's just something I found pretty fascinating. So Marisol ends up getting convicted, and and of course he's gonna be executed. And and when he's about to get executed, he's met with a Christian priest actually, and that's where Marcel really breaks away from his not really stoic, his nihilist way of viewing things. Like there's a difference between nihilism and a stoic person. And Marcel, by all means, is a nihilist. And so he finally breaks when this priest just tells him like just to come forward with God and just to ask for forgiveness. And of course, this Marcel doesn't really understand this whole religious, what he might view as religious nonsense. So he finally lashes out at the man. He even grabs him and yells at him, saying all kind of stuff. And of course, this leads to the guards breaking him up, and then just leads to Marcel that's pretty much awaiting his execution, wandering in the darkness until it comes. And that's pretty much the end. There's not really much to The Stranger. It's a really short novel. I think it's something. It was pretty interesting. I do want to read Camus's Sisyphus, which is, I have it, but I just have not read it. But I just thought it would be important to read The Stranger, give my overall opinions about it. And I just don't understand absurdism that much. I think absurdism is just like really just living in the, realizing that life is absurd, but you just live it with a more like joyous attitude. And I just think that's something really amazing. And Camus, by all means, is amazing author. I just love how he crafted his whole entire storyline here. People call him a philosopher. I do not think that's a fair thing to say. Definitely a novelist. Philosopher is a bit more of a, I would not say so, but you can call him that if you wish to. I would prefer to call him a novelist. We don't call Dostoevsky a philosopher, do we? But yes, like it says here, Camus basically explored what he termed the nakedness of man faced with the absurd. And that's pretty much what this thing is about. Like, because Marcel had no real reasons to kill that man. Yes, he could have shot him in self-defense, and that should not have led to him killing the man. It's just something very unique, like something. Yeah. But anyways, that's about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.